Chevrolet Corvette C8 Z06. Launch control. 3, 2, 1. $100 miles an hour. 200K. 150 miles an hour. 250 kilometers per hour. 180 miles an hour, near 300 kilometers per hour. McLaren Senna. Launch control. 3, 2, 1. Oh. 250. Oh, I can't wait for the ring. Hey guys, Mike for SimRacing604 and welcome back to Automobilista 2. In this video, I'm going to be taking a fresh look at my least favorite car class in this title. So historically, I did not get along well with the supercars and hypercars in Automobilista 2. That to me has always been the domain of Assetto Corsa, but so much has changed in Automobilista 2 over the several years of development we've had with the title now. I want to take a fresh look at how good these cars have become, if at all. So we're going to be driving 3 different cars. First up, the Chevrolet Corvette C8 Z06. This is Chevrolet's answer to the Italian supercars that have dominated that landscape for the longest time. And this is their $60,000 in theory offering, but is doubled here with the Z06 package. So you're looking at near 700 horsepower, mid-engine for the first time in the Corvette's history. And this Z06 package adds a lot of performance options. So it is the more sort of reasonable offering among the 3 cars I'm going to be driving today. This one is not limited production, but it's still ridiculous. So let's see what we can do at the Nürburgring Nordschleife. All right, so here we go. Chevrolet Corvette C8 Z06 here at the ring. I'm thinking this is probably going to be like a 730-ish. I'm using the default setup here. More fuel than I need for just a single hot lap, that's for sure. Tires are default. Tires are cold actually entering this lap. Or just kind of lukewarm anyway. Using lots of curb there. Take out some traction control. Little bit slow on the corner exit. Although I am expecting, once the road opens up, that this thing is just going to rip. Let's see it here. Yes, indeed. 145 miles per hour. That's unbelievable. For a car whose base version, I mean, this is the Z06 version, of course, but the base version, you may see at your local Home Depot, 177 miles per hour there. That heads-up display is a lifesaver. What a great feature for this car. Not, of course, unique in the automotive world, but ultra rare and super nice for guys like me who commentate their driving. Oh, this is wide. This is wide. Phew. Held on to it. Those tires, thankfully, are up to temp. There's a bit more grip on offer. And by the way, I'm supposed to be commentating on whether or not these cars are fun. Absolutely. This is so much better than the earlier days of AMS2 with the road-going cars. This is just different completely. This feels a lot more stuck in, a lot more logical in how it responds. Although, right there, I got some funny behavior. The car just kind of went into a slide. The earlier versions of the cars kind of felt like not how, especially the Camaro. If you ever drove the early days of AMS2 and that road-going Camaro, it was a nightmare. And you drive it and you're like, there's no way the road-going version is this loose in all corners. People would be dying every single day from Camaros if that were the case. But this feels a lot more stable here. Of course, not the same car, but from the same manufacturer and a road-going performance car. And this one just feels so much more logical to deal with, so much, I wouldn't say easier. This is not an easy drive by any means, but its reactions to your inputs seem much more in line with what you would expect a car like this. Whew. That speed is just blowing my mind, even up the hill here. Oh, this is fast. Phew, I didn't know I was gonna hold on to that. Let's go, Mike. Flora looking beautiful here at the ring. Oh, boy, is this quick. 160 miles per hour. Braking there. Because this is not a GT3 car. This is not going to just automatically hold on to the corners. The back end there got very loose. Not sure how I held on to that. Ooh, what a sound. And yeah, this is a blast. This car is great to drive. Among my favorites in AMS2, probably not, but massive, massive step up from the early days. And by the way, I might enjoy the Brabham here even more, or the Senna, so we'll get into that. Eight gears in this transmission. Why? I don't know. I mean, I've got this thing up near 300 kilometers an hour already on this lap, and I don't think I've pulled sixth yet. So why there's a 7th and 8th? I don't know. Fuel economy when you're going 300 kilometers an hour, perhaps? Because, of course, that will be your biggest concern when you're holding on to the ragged edges of life. All right, YouTube corner has been survived. Or is that YouTube corner? I can never remember. Either way, made it through them all. Just nice and easy, holding third gear here. And my hands are tense, man. This is a workout. Oh, bottomed out there. Gotta take it to your local repair shop. Get the underside of your car looked at after a bump like that. Nice and easy through the Bell-Off S section here. Ain't no way I'm taking this flat. Near 150 kilometers an hour, or excuse me, miles per hour there. Wow. Whoa, boy, this is bad. Whew, held on to it. All right, so 6.5 minutes, or we're coming up to 6.5 minutes. So my prediction of 7.5 is going to be pretty close. All right, let's see what this thing can do. Dotting her straight. 5th gear. 270 kilometers an hour. 300. 5th gear, or excuse me, 6th gear now. 310, 311. Okay, I am going to nice and easily bleed some speed out here, coming into a very dangerous section here, of course. Whoa, and already car getting very loose. Can I hold on to it? I did, only barely. What's the time? 7:26. All right, so what a ride, this C8. And the two faster cars are still to come, but this thing was a thrill. All right, so time now to talk about the Brabham BT62. This is the rarest of the cars on this list. Only 70 of these will ever be made. It has a massive V8 engine that belts out a really gurgly tone and powers this car to some insane performance figures. So the rarest car on this list, and certainly the least refined. Let's go ahead and drive the Brabham BT62. Okay, so the Brabham BT62, and it's ridiculous. Throaty V8. How is it going to fare here at the Nordschleife? We'll see. I'm thinking it should be able to... Whoa. If it doesn't smoke me, it should be able to smoke that Corvette's time. This thing is like a go-kart. It's so responsive. It's like overly responsive, in fact. Look at this speed. Oh yeah. Flugplatz. Flat. Flat. Easy. Are you kidding me? 290 kilometers an hour. Only 6 gears. This has a far lower top speed than either the Vette or the Senna. But the turning is so precise. Catches you off guard. In fact, it's so precise. And this is just absolutely chewing through this track. This is making light work of the Nordschleife. And I don't say that easily. Oh, yeah. This thing is just pure testosterone. This is raw power. This is fierce trackability. Everything about this car feels aggressive, looks aggressive, sounds aggressive. And yeah, it has some funny physics habits kind of near the limit, but I mean, that's just nitpicking, frankly. I kind of love how this drives overall. There's just no time for relaxation or enjoyment of this car. It just hustles. It hustles so hard. Whoa. And man, once this thing bites, good night. It is gone into that sunset. So we are about 15 seconds up thus far, or closer to 20 seconds up on the Corvette. So could we break 7 minutes here with this Brabham? I'm quite certain we will. It's just ferocious. Ferocious. Wow. Oh. Oof, that was awkward. Oh. No way. No way. This thing is too low, too wide. Gonna give me issues going low through the carousel. I'll stay high, thank you. Take that 1 or 2 second penalty. Not gonna kill me. Not going for any world record here. although I sure would like to break 7 minutes. I cannot believe the performance of this car. This is unreal. It's just so aggressive. There's no refinement to this driving whatsoever. It just wants to perform. It wants to just embarrass you, make you soil yourself. And well done to Reza, because this has completely changed my perspective on hypercars. This is a very different drive than Assetto Corsa's P1, LaFerrari 918. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not. I'm just saying it's very different. This is a constant inputs, fighting for your life style drive. And yeah, those cars are refined. This is completely unrefined. This is just aggression. This is just unchecked aggression in automotive form. All right, so again, we're gonna top out here probably around 310 kilometers an hour, but I think we will hit that. There's no 7th gear to pull. It's 280. Top of 6th gear there. Oh, we're not gonna hit 310. 295 is where we're stopping. Just 6 minutes, 16 seconds have expired though. So we're gonna be comfortably under 7 minutes. Kind of makes me think, what is the Senna gonna do? Can it beat this? And so much more stable, so much more confident through this last fast section here, the slow section rather. Fast into slow, I should say. What is our time? Yes. 6:46.9. What a drive. What a ride. That's with 80 liters of fuel. Burned through, what, 17 liters of fuel in one lap? That is aggressive, man. All right, one more car to go. And to round out the list, the McLaren Senna. Yes, this is the namesake of my all-time favorite driver, Ayrton Senna. And when this car was first released, all anyone could talk about was the looks. The amount of bodywork in front of the front tires, the see-through doors, and so many other strange design quirks. That massive rear wing included made this very interesting looking, but it is powered by a V8 engine. McLaren loves the V8 engine and has used it in other cars like the great P1, and this thing is just designed to tear up tracks. So let's see how we get on with the McLaren Senna at the Nürburgring Nordschleife. All right, so one more lap. We are on board the Senna, the McLaren Senna, legendary in the world of ugliness, world of performance getting ahead of looks. Oh, look at these speeds. Unbelievable how fast these cars are. This Senna may very well be the quickest. Is it faster than the Brabham? I mean, it's a different experience altogether. This one, the edges are so rounded and this is so smooth and refined by comparison. It's hard to say which one's quicker. I've got kind of a mental timer for the, what I consider midway point of a lap of the Nordschleife. We'll see how we're doing at that point. Right now it feels at least as quick. A little tap of the brakes, that little air time. Oh, did you see that? Sideways. 260, 280, 290, oh, 297, maybe 298 there. I couldn't quite see it. Looked away, but boy, that was pushing awful close to 300 kilometers an hour before I had to lift. Woof. What a car. And we're back. And we're back north of 250. Fully automatic transmission, by the way. I'm just letting the McLaren engineers shift for me. I assume they knew what they were doing when they programmed this car. I believe he, can go manual mode somehow, but I'm just gonna leave it in auto. That's the default. Wow. What a sense of speed in this car. So in terms of like ranking these cars, definitely I had a good time in the C8, but it's not this, and it sure ain't the Brabham. So that's third. First place between this and the Brabham. It's close. It's close. The Brabham is just so out there. It's so different from anything else I drive in any other racing sim. I do drive a lot of hypercars and supercars in Assetto Corsa, and that Brabham just stands alone. It's nothing like any hypercar I've driven in that sim. This is a lot closer. I wouldn't dare make a comparison, but this is a lot closer to what you'd feel in Assetto Corsa. Very refined, very electronically assisted, very polished, shall we say. But fast as a bullet. My goodness. So, again, anecdotally, how fast am I? Well, I'm some 10 seconds off the pace of the Brabham at this point. So, will I be able to make that up in the second half? Actually, if you double that, if that is indeed the halfway point of this lap, then, yeah, I'm going to be over 7 minutes. We'll see if we can do anything better, though. Dottinger Straight, obviously, going to favor this Senna over the Brabham. But I think the Brabham's gearing is just so much better for the Nordschleife that might be the difference. This is geared for like a top speed test or something. Come on. And again, staying high. We'll keep it outside. Ain't dropping in there, and no Senna, that's for sure. Good amount of grip on offer here. Gonna slow the car, coming in too hot for that left-hander. I haven't done any installation laps, so I have no idea what my time is going to be here. But again, I'm thinking it's going to be just over 7, like a 7:05-ish. Yeah, just, even though it is that much more polished and soft-edged versus the Brabham, it is no less thrilling, no less challenging. Well, it is less challenging, but it's not to say it's boring. It's not to say it's not at all a challenge. Because that 800 horsepower, no matter what you have the car set at, it's going to have a fight with that much power. That's just a ton of power, no matter how you slice it. Come on, Senna. Come on, Senna. And yeah, I'm gonna be well north of 7 minutes, interestingly. So if you're looking for which is the fastest, for me at least, it's the Brabham. This Senna is going to come almost right in between those two cars, I believe. Oh, but I am curious, what will my top speed be here down the Dottinger Straight? Oh. Fifth gear, 250. 300. Top speed of the Corvette was 310. Already passed that. Actually, the Corvette was 311. We're going to be slightly over that. Bleeding out the speed here. Going to carry quite a bit. So yeah, 710 should be the mark in this Senna. So the Brabham, staggeringly fast. 711, 712 actually in the Senna. Super fun. Well done, Reza. Massive improvements. I loved it. Let me know what you think of them in the comments.